So a couple of things towards the end of class, we are going to use a wall, the view of your like eyes on a wall. And some of you, we're going to do some, lock in, like lock in so you know where to dash. And we're going to do headstand prep today, which I always say you don't have to put your head down. You don't have to, like, we'll have options. We don't, oh, hi, Martha. I said it to you back there. So don't need to fear or stress. We'll have options. And you guys keep doing your things, all good. If you feel like settling in, we are going to start on our backs with like your head and the top of your shoulders on a blanket in a way that feels good to you. I lied to you last week. I said I was done with the elements for just the theories. But as we've been doing them, we've been kind of also working up the chakras, and you can also learn about them one at a time, one here or there, mix them up. So no worries if this is like your first class in a long time. But I was like, oh, what if we just kept going up the chakras and we come to Ajna, the third eye, the seat of wisdom and creative intelligence. And there's kind of like this, it's only in some texts. I feel like it's like the secret element of pure awareness, Mahat. And it makes sense. So we start with like something really practical, like earth. We can feel, we can get heavy, we can feel it. And then we get a little bit more like esoteric, ethereal as we move up the body into water, fire, air, space. And then finally, I think it's, make this entry to pure awareness. So we won't be doing like a ton of pure awareness poses. I feel like that would be hard, probably accumulation of long periods of practice. But we'll do a little bit here or there, and we'll think more about this like full body integration, full body support, awareness of where the whole body is in space. Those of us online, I hope you may have missed, we're going to have our head or shoulders on the blanket to start. Come to rest on your back. Bring your feet wide and your knees together. Unless your body's wanting to do something different, and you could take your knees wide and your feet together or lay out flat. And we'll begin here. Noticing where your body is in space. You might feel the ground beneath you. Any sensations arising in your body. Locating yourself within this room, within this community, both in person and online. We gather together today on this land we have the privilege to live on. And I'm going to have you begin to just dial into the breath. So you bring your awareness to the breath. You might notice it getting a little bit fuller, coming a little bit more completely up to the top of your inhalations. And noticing that full release as you come to the bottom of your exhalations. You begin to sense the back of your pelvis and your feet on the floor, the back of the rib cage. And send a breath into there, let it expand, feel the floor, your shoulders, and your head, all making contact. We begin to refine our sense of where we are in space, how we're connected, both within and without. And before we get too sleepy on our backs, we'll open the eyes. Gonna allow the body to do a little bit of movement that feels good to you. If you want to wiggle, wake up. And as you're ready, Keep the blanket if you're liking it. Bring your right knee straight up towards your chest, thigh towards chest, and give it a gentle hold. And maybe stretch your left leg long down the mat. Yeah, and you can rock it side to side or in and out. Can you still feel back body on the ground? All right, shift the angle a little bit. So knee comes towards shoulder and your foot towards the midline. So it looks a little bit like a pigeon pose, holding anywhere that you can reach here. Yeah, so we turn the thigh out a little bit. Now circle through your ankle. Yeah, you can baby cradle this leg, kind of slide it back and forth and circle through the ankle one way and then the other. And scrunch and stretch, and it kind of begin to wake up the sole of the foot. If you're okay touching your own feet, you can give your foot a little rub or massage, waking up the sensors of the foot, connection to the earth. Right, and then release, give maybe one more squeeze in with this leg, release this leg down. Left thigh straight up towards chest to start. Little movement in the hips, side to side. And now turn it out. So your knees going to the side, more towards the shoulder, pointed towards the shoulder rather. Foot comes in a little bit. Yeah, and then you can kind of cradle the leg. Yeah, circle the ankle, all the good stuff for the foot. Yeah, just feeling what it feels like to really wake up the foot, use all those little muscles and nerves. Hey, release them both. One more squeeze. Yeah, squeeze it in. Just feel a little space there in the hip. Both legs come curled into center now. And with the legs curled in, one more time, really feeling the back of the pelvis, the back of the rib cage, and the back of the head on the ground. It's going to be kind of a theme for us. And we're going to bring the shins and your palms straight up like you're doing all fours. Yeah, so all fours, everything's stretching up. We've been here before. With a big exhale, you can almost do it through pursed lips, like you're breathing through a straw. We're going to breathe out and connect with our core. So we're trying to increase awareness with our core. Keep breathing after you find that effort. Don't hold it. Now, imagine you have a scale under all four corners of your back, and we don't want the scale to change like 1 milligram as we try to take your left foot and your right leg away from the center. So we're going to reach them long. Mine don't go too far without shifting weight. So I go a little bit slow and reach out and then bring it in. You can like keep things real like straight and linear, or if your body feels like it, you could do a little more flowy and bring it in. And we're going to go side to side and just becoming aware of where you're shifting and going. Oh. And if you're feeling like super strong, super connected, nothing's shifting, maybe explore a little bit further out. Looks like we're all like crawling on the ceiling. Get one more side in and bring both knees to chest. You can let your core release for a second. Curl the legs in. Okay, one more move on our back. So hands next to the hips here. And again, hopefully it's kind of a felt sense now, pressing the back towards the ground, stabilizing the core. And we're going to take the feet straight up towards the sky this time. Let's do your best to stretch them towards straight. Reach through the legs. Okay, can you take one big exhale? Find your core, stabilize it. We're refining that awareness. And now exhale. We're going to try to bring our legs down 30 degrees. Bend your knees if you need to. Let's keep the core stable. And breathe here. So make sure you still breathe. This will wake us up. All right. Okay. Stay stable in the core. Lower down 60 degrees. You can bend your knees. You can tap your feet. And then last one, let's lower down 10 degrees. I find that one a little bit easier. Stretch long through the legs, stay connected to the back. Oh, and exhale, everyone, release all the way down. Place your feet on the floor. Press the feet down, sweep your arms up overhead. Open the front of the hips, reach along through your arms and lower down. Thighs towards the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a rock and roll massage here. And as you're ready, we'll all come up onto all fours. Oh, Lisa and I were talking about like practicing getting up without hands. So we could do some sort of this. So pad, if you want to pad your knees, a lot of this you can do on all fours if the wrists start being an issue. Palms, root down under your shoulders, knees under hips. Starting just with our cat-cow, not just the cat-cow, but lift and stretch, exhale, round and tough. Connect to the breath. Maybe thinking about making more space for the lungs as you stretch open, more space in the back body as you round. Great, and coming back through neutral, lift right leg up. There's two ways to do this. You can just do this your normal way and circle the leg, or you could connect to that back body and really isolate this in the hip. It's going to be really different if you're thinking about almost like you're holding, let's say like 4 glasses of water on your back, and we're trying not to spill them. It's going to isolate it in the hip. But we're not a workout class. What I really like about it is it's increasing our awareness of the body where we are in space. Now circle forward. And the next time you circle forward, we're gonna make this one a little bigger. Draw your knee towards your shoulder and then sweep your foot forward. You can use the hand. Front foot's gonna turn out and stay wide. So toes out wide, kind of like we have. Come on up and just hands can rest. A few little pulses into the hip here. Feel what you feel. Wait, I'm gonna grab blocks coming down to the inside of the foot. You can pulse here. So now the hip's gonna drop a little bit low and forward and then rock back. As you rock back, you could lift the front toes and take your hips back through a runner stretch, but we got that leg wide. All right. And the next time you shift forward, plant the foot, twist towards your front thigh. Just hand to thigh for now, rotate the torso. You could look out the corner of the eyes, wake up the eyes. And exhale, take your hands down to the floor. Circle your leg back. Let's make this a down dog. Tuck your toes, rock back. You might feel a little different side to side. After doing one leg, so walk your heels up and down. Stretch long through the spine. Everyone looks really good. Here, does it help at all when you spread your fingers more? Like distribute the weight at all? Okay. Experiment. Okay. From your down dog, shift forward. You're gonna hover your knees above the ground. We'll come into a hover dog and let the knees come all the way down. Roll forward. Now we will get to the other side in a minute, but roll forward onto your belly. Show from the side. Sweep your arms back, airplane arms, And then while we're low, I know head's kind of awkward right here. While we're low though, I want you to picture that the like floor or the water glasses are behind your back. And we're gonna press the pelvis, the rib cage, and the back of the head back into it, okay? So lift up shoulders, lift up arms, press back body, like you were holding your atlas, you're holding up the world back there. And if you want, add the feet, squeeze your legs and lift the feet. Okay, breathe. Can you soften something? You don't need to hold right now. Exhale, lower down, rest down. You can make a little pillow. Ajna Chakra is like the pineal gland, the third eye. So resting your forehead. A little deep to that is the pineal gland, controlling our rhythms. Okay. Lift the head now, slide your hands back. We'll move through our cobra. So still like connected to the back body, but it's like that floor is going to bend. We're gonna press back, lift the chest any amount. You can stay low or maybe feel like curling up a little more. Exhale, stay back, down dog. All right, inhale, shift forward, plank, and lower your knees down. We'll get to that other hip here. So 2 options, lifting the leg, start by circling back, left side. Yeah, you've got your usual, it kind of feels good to just let it go, make it big, or you can really isolate. Awareness in the core, not shifting any weight as we circle one way, and now circle forward. Everyone really moving mindfully back there. Next circle, we'll all make it a bit bigger. Knee, circle forward, step wide, toes out. Start high, just a little lunging. Feeling what's going on. I've been running more lately and I just have like whole new muscle sensations when I do yoga now. I'm like, oh, wow, didn't know that. Needed stretch. So let's come low. I've got blocks. And now we have this option to really slide the hips more forward, getting into the front of the back hip. We're rocking back to the runner stretch. Right. And we're at all levels, which I think it gets emphasized a lot. Like you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that. And that's so true. All right, one time to twist towards the front thigh. But I also want to say if you're like in, like, you know, this like pose really well, there's a cool place you like to go, you're always welcome to take a different variation. Maybe look out the corner of the eye, go another way. And exhale, come down, circle this leg back, tuck your toes under. We'll sit back onto the heels. If you can, sitting bones to heels. If that's a lot to ask today, there's a block. And we could also do this kneeling. Okay, reaching arms out. We'll take right hand, back of right hand, slide it behind. We're gonna do our best to catch the right fingertips with the left hand here. Okay, and we can make this active. If you have the hands or the back of the hand, catch a little bit and almost pull away. So you kind of feel like an action, active in the shoulders. Now ear towards your hand side, ear towards shoulder. You might roll the neck down, inside. You're going back. Okay. Release here. This top hand, your left hand, sweep it to the side, roll it out. We're gonna bend back. Hey, no strap. We don't need to go super intense. but you can do, and then slide them towards the middle, towards each other. Send a breath wherever this is touching. I like, my body likes to go forward. So breathe into the lower back, press the head back into the top arm or hand. Okay, nice. Release, let your arms do whatever they want to do. And if you're still on your toes, let's come onto the tops of the feet. And if you notice that they're feeling, really intense, you can flip back and forth. So left hand wraps across, touch the fingers. And then if you can, just resist a little bit. So the shoulder is awake, alive. Ear to shoulder. Finding, responding to sensation in your neck and your shoulders. Okay, release right hand, reach up and over. So yeah, rolling out can be a key for some. Bend the elbow. And if nothing else, just like hand behind head can be really nice. Or you could creep down. Breathe in to both arms. Fill up the back body, sit tall. Okay, release. Let's just do a couple, we're gonna do a couple swims. We'll just do one side more, kind of notice if the shoulders are feeling more spacious, more aware. And then release them all and release. Okay. I'm gonna shift the blocks out of the way. Place your hands, tuck your toes, and one more time, downward facing dog. Yeah, just even this few minutes of warming up, noticing any differences in your down dog and your ability to stretch the spine long. Watch out for your blanket. Begin to step forward, front of the mat. Mine here. Press feet into the ground, even between your heels, the balls of the feet. Little lift up in the inner arches. You can follow that lift up the legs. Unraveling the spine, roll all the way up to top. Yeah, and a few shoulder rolls here. Great. Everyone looks set. We got blocks nearish towards the front of the mat. Feet parallel, hip width are together. Stand tall in your Tadasana. Can you shift your weight so it's pretty even, again, between the balls of the feet and the heels. Standing tall, breathe in and sweep arms up. Side bend to your right, option to take the wrist and lift up and over. Last week we had a hand behind the head, and even if you're not there, you can imagine pressing your head back into a hand that's receiving it. And breathe in, come up, straight onto the other side. Hold opposite wrist. Just a few breaths here. Settle into the pose. Let the pose develop. Press the head back and reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Start Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, place your hands to the mat and step back to the top of a plank. So you might roll down, or we're going to practice our strength and push-ups or knee push-ups. So here, again, imagine the back of the pelvis, the back of the rib cage, the back of the head are all supporting a level surface. Can you keep them in integrity, in alignment as we exhale, lower about halfway down, or as low as you can go, and inhale, come back up. Let's do two more. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And this time you can hover if you're doing an up dog or a lower down first. And breathe into our cobra. Exhale, tuck toes. Come back, downward facing dog. Right. Got 3 more breaths, downward facing dog. From down dog, lower down onto your knees and bring your forearms to the floor. Forearms, elbows under your shoulders. And I've got hands straight forward. If you have really tight shoulders, you might want to interlace the hands. If you're able, forearms like 11s. Now walking 1 foot back at a time, coming into forearm plank. You're welcome to bring knees to the ground, connect to the back body. Press the back of the head, back of the rib cage, back of the pelvis, back. Hey. Now 1 foot at a time, deep bend in the knees, crawl your feet forward, any amount towards your elbows. You come to down dog shape, dolphin. Stretch your chest towards your thighs. All right, we're still breathing. And then maybe all at once, or maybe you bring the knees down first. We come back up, downward facing dog. So all at once would look like big push into the hands, squeeze the arms together, come up. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. We'll step or hop front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Feel that back body connection. Exhale to fold. Rise to standing. Great, and bring hands together. Right, with the breath, breathe in, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathe into back body, half lift. Exhale, place your hands, and we'll step back, plank. So we have about 4 more vinyasas here. If you want to pace yourself, titrate yourself. We're going to lower down, either roll down or push up halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Yes. Exhale, down dog. All right. From downward facing dog. On your next exhale, bring knees to the ground. We're going to do this a few times, but we'll do short holds. Elbows down. Forearms. Brief plank here. Hold or shift your weight, heels and weight over to the right. Weight on right elbow, left hand to left hip. Back through center. Other side. There we go. Catch. And then back to center. Walk your feet forward, dolphin. Lift your right leg up. It's a 1-leg dolphin. You can stay right here. Keep stretching your chest towards the thigh. If anyone likes little hops, you're welcome to do little hops. All right, back body. Yeah, feel the back body lead. All right, magically come up onto the hands down dog. So that magic could be bringing the knees down first or just lifting up. Lift the right leg still. Bring your right knee towards same side shoulder, okay? And then step to the outside of the foot. We've got this foot turned out, so hopefully looking familiar, toes turned out, foot wide. Bring your back knee down and twist towards the thigh. Yeah, towards the canyon in the studio. A little bit of add-on here. If you want to take this down another path, you can come lower. You could come onto forearm on the inside arm. And some of you could reach back for the foot to do a thigh stretch. Yeah, so that top arm, the right hand, would reach back and catch the foot. Like, yeah, if you can see Martha up there. Spinning the torso, the chest open. Okay. Exhale, release your hands to the inside of your foot. Okay. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. We're gonna go a different way here. So we've got this foot turned out a little wide. We're gonna bring the other foot up to match. And it's gonna look like so. Yep. And so you can either take this like a really high squat, stay right where you are. You can even use forearms to thighs, or you could come down low. High or low, can you inhale? Press into your feet, sweep arms alongside your head. So if you're high, it's gonna be a little more forward. Great, exhale. Hands down, lift your hips forward, fold. Turn your toes so feet are parallel. Bend your knees deep and you can grab opposite elbow. Or whatever, you could grab behind the legs, behind the head, whatever hand grip you like here for a little bit of a lingering forward fold. Maybe you sway side to side. Nice. Exhale, release your hands down. Press into your feet and we'll rise to standing with the breath. Yeah, your choice. Roll or half lift up and down. All right, let's go ahead and bring the feet back together to your stance. Breathe in and reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, really full back body. Exhale, place your hands. If you're taking a vinyasa, we're in a step back plank. If you want to rest, you could land in down dog or a child's pose. Great. I'm flowing with the breath. And we'll all come into the down dog in the next breath or two. Okay. This is our last time through this little forearm sequence. So some of you knees down first, or maybe you just lower those forearms right down. Squeezing in, press down. Great. Come up, forearm dog. We'll skip the plank for now. Chest stretches towards thighs. Left leg up this time. Yeah. And that's lat. Can you stabilize the core? Lift from the hip. And some of you might do a few little hops. All right. In our own way, come up, downward facing dog, left leg lift. Yeah, three-legged dog. Perfect. Shift forward, curl that knee towards the outside shoulder, and then step to the outside of the hand, toes turned out, back knee down. So this is our twist, and blocks can just help us kind of find that just right height for our hand or forearm here. I'm gonna twist towards your thigh, let the belly, the chest turn open. So you might do hand to the ground, forearm to block on down. And then the option here is to reach back for the foot. Maybe you're just reaching. That's a step. And bring the foot towards the hip for the thigh stretch. And then can you re-extend like up through the upper body? Exhale, release the hands down, look down, and tuck the back toe. Back foot hops forward. We're back into our squat or malasana. So either up high or as low as you'd like. This time we'll take this as a twist. So real quick, malasana is low to the ground, are gonna twist arms open, one to the inside. Up high, you can have forearm to thigh. I like hand to hip if I'm up high, just for the weight balance. I'm finding your twist side to side. Great. Everyone come back through center. We'll do one more stretch up. If you're really low, can you press into the feet and kind of like lift the hips an inch? Stretch up and exhale, forward fold. Toes forward. Bend one knee at a time. And here as well, if you want to, you could do a little turn side to side, twist side to side. Okay. Let's wiggle the feet a little bit closer together, press them into the ground. Inhale, rise to standing. And palms together. All right, one last malasana. So set ourselves up for your squat, your height for you. You can do it with a block, but we've got this option to do high as well. We're gonna come on down, okay? Now this is the option. I'll show up high first. When we twist, I'm gonna have forearm to thigh, and this top arm is gonna try to wrap around. So we've done this action, right? Back of the hand slides across the back, and you could maybe take the top of the thigh and twist. When you're down low, it's gonna look like your twist, but here, and some of you might also get that bottom arm in. Yeah, no need to rush it. You don't need to go side to side really quick. You can take a few breaths and then try the other side. Yeah. Great. We're looking good. About side to side. Come down through center and slide your left foot back, setting up for a warrior two. Yeah, mind the blankets if you have blanket. Rise up and open your arms wide, looking forward. We're gonna imagine that clarity, the creative intelligence of the universe coming from the third eye, coming out through the eyes with your steady gaze forward. Okay, turning to face with you guys, we're gonna take this back hand and do our half bind again. It can just be hand to hip if you don't want much in the shoulder, or keep sliding and maybe you hold that hip. Use the fingertips to press the right thigh down, or imagine it pressing down. Flip the front palm and lift up. Exhale, forearm to thigh for a side angle pose with a half bind. Hey, some of you might notice you're really close to a full bind here. What that would look like is sliding down until this bottom shoulder is basically on the thigh or on the knee. Then you're gonna roll it in, palm turns down, thumb back. Slide the back of the hand against probably your bum or your thigh to touch fingers. We thought about it, some of us did it. Yeah, and it's not, the pose is just like a path we choose. It's not the goal. Release the hands, square yourself forward, airplane your arms back as you lift your back heel. Yeah, just find yourself in space here, steady yourself. We're gonna take a huge step into our front foot. Some of us keep the back toes down, just working on that back body fullness and strength, or begin to tilt into your warrior three. As if there was a floor behind you, press into it with the back body. If your foot's pretty high, press it into it with your heel. Great. Really feel your weight on your right foot. Tuck your left foot or your back leg in. And we're coming to a one-leg Tadasana. You can stop with toes on the ground or curl it right up towards the chest. Ooh. Great. A brief, if you care to, figure four to lower. Come on up. And now step this top leg back wide, toes turn towards your left side of your mat. Wide angle, hands to the blocks or hands to the floor. Long, strong back body. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This pose, more than almost any, I feel the weight seems to shift in the feet, either towards the heels or the balls. So the feet, can you even the weight out? Notice how that feels in your hips. If your fingers are to the floor, take them between the feet. We're gonna roll the shoulders, shoulder blades moving up, down, and back. Great. Half lift here. Walk forward, front of the mat. Step wide. We'll start in our malasana. Just keep us kind of even here. Now you can hold a malasana. If anyone wants to try like a bakasana, this would be like our one time for it. If you don't know bakasana, it's crow pose. And if you haven't done it before, I like to have like a cushion for your head. So place the hands, you would take knees to the backs of the arms, maybe just plant the seed of the pose here, thinking about a push-up position with the knees hanging on the shelves of the arms. Yeah. And some friends have feet up, you can check that out. All right. From all places, step your left foot down, take your right foot back, set up for your warrior two. Yeah. Take a couple of breaths, land with clarity, warrior two, looking forward. And then this is our backhand, wraps around. Lift the front palm. If you've got that hip, you can kind of stretch away from the hand. Exhale, either forearm to thigh. Yeah, and if you want to, you don't have to like commit to the bind to play around. So you could try just sliding that arm through. See if you can get the shoulder closer to the knee. And then once the body is really close, it's just going to be a lot easier to hold that bind. Great. Release the hands. So this is our big turn, pivot towards the front of the mat, airplane your arms, lift the back heel. Steady yourself, take your time floating up, warrior three. Yeah, back body steady, really nice. Steady gaze. Great. Bend the back knee in one move or mini. Bring the knee forward, one leg Tadasana. Yeah, it could be with foot down, of course. Anyone's up for it, figure four. We've been doing some external rotation, hip opening. We can play with lowering down a little. And come open, lift up. And now step open, other side. Hands to the ground, or blocks, of course. Breathe in. This is like a pose full of steadiness. Half lift, feel the back body. Hold forward. If you made the hands, if you're doing hands between the feet on the other side, you're feeling close there, you could start playing with working head to the ground. It's like a little more traditional transition in Prasarita Padottanasana, as we make a tripod shape here. If you've never done that before, let's not all kick up, but it's kind of planting the seed for what could come here. Nice. And exhale. Here, breathe in, half lift, walk forward, front of the mat. Good. Okay. Oh, sorry. I meant hands come forward, walk your feet back. And this is your chance. So for a vinyasa, or if it would feel more appropriate to land in your child's pose. Great. And let's all, if you will, come down into a child's pose for a minute. If you typically do knees apart, you might try knees together. For what we've been doing today, like the back body fullness, knees together can kind of compress the front body and open the back. To keep it interesting, arms can come back alongside you. And if that's not a friend for your lower back, you can stick with your usual. Okay. Now stretch the arms out from wherever you are. So someone's getting a nice like third eye massage here. Come up, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. We'll come into our pigeon pose. So start with the knee to the outside of the right wrist. This is not going to be a long hold. We're going to do a few breaths each side, okay? I'd like to start this like a back bend. So if you're more of like a low cobra person, you can start down low, stretch through the back leg and lift your chest. If you're like a full up dog person, you can try, I've got hips lifted. I'm trying to square the hips forward. Yeah, you can stay up high, lift the chest, maybe you can curl the back knee, see what that might be like. Okay, now everyone lower down. One breath if you'd like to twist towards the thigh and open up. Yes, that's more than one breath. Exhale, come down. Press your hands down, step back, down dog. Told you, be quick. So we're gonna take other side, left leg up, knee to the outside. And so we're not so much looking for like a really settled place for the hips here. Rather, we want them hugged together, more squared towards the front. Support your arms, don't crank your back. So you can stay low or again, awareness of the back body. Still pressing back, but against a surface that's arcing, that's bending here. Right. If you're up, lower, and you could take the twist towards the thigh. So many places we could go with this. And exhale, release down. Press the hands down, and this, go ahead and come on out from down dog. If there's any stretches, if you wanted to do, we didn't do it the first side, if you wanted to open the hips at all or walk the feet out, however your body's wanting to move right now. And we're gonna come towards the wall now for a little bit of prep for headstand, and some of you might like to take headstand. So bring your mat with you. We'll be doing two poses here, and bring your blanket. I think headstand's a lot like if you haven't ridden a bike in a while and your seat feels really. We good? Everyone got a spot-ish? Spot for everyone. Okay, so headstand's a little bit like if you've haven't ridden in a while and you ride a bike and your seat feels kind of bruised, your head can feel really bruisey after if you're just putting a little pressure on here, because we don't normally do that. So blanket. I'm going to just show you up here with an imaginary wall. So hopefully online and in here we can all see. First, I just want to talk about what goes on the floor in the headstand. It might be nothing for those of you who don't want any weight in your neck. Yeah, no, they're like, no. And you could also, if you want to do legs against the wall and have an inversion time, you're welcome to. But if you are going to, I like to put palm on the forehead into the spot above the nose and wrap that middle finger to the top of the head. And that's about where you want to be. When you're on the right spot, you'll notice that your neck doesn't feel, we're not clenching or compressing. You're going to feel lengthened. Okay. So most of our prep we've already done in our forearm stand, and that's why I want to add this on today. Let's see, I'm going to try from this side here. Blanket can be a little squishy, so I'm going to do half. Forearms underneath the elbows, a little bit tucked in even because they tend to want to slide in. And then I interlace the fingers and tuck the bottom pinky, okay? That gives me this open basket where the base of my thumbs will hold the back of the head and my head will fit inside, okay? And this is a place, again, sometimes I think a lot of it's just getting used to what our body's feeling like. We've done some work opening up that back body, inner body awareness. So you could just take this pose. I'm doing it already. The head down. And you can tuck the toes and you could play with just like we did in forearm stand, one foot or the other. Another place you can work with no head is a dolphin and doing some little more strength work with the like boop down. Okay. So that's our headstand prep. Those of you who want to, go ahead. If you kind of seen something you want to work with, you can go. Those of you wanting to come up, you're going to probably want a little bend in your knees. You're going to want to feel the back of the head, the back of the rib cage, the back of the pelvis, and you're going to keep that really steady. You lift your legs up. You don't have to learn against a wall, but I like to. If you do come up and you're new to this pose, I suggest like staying up for a couple breaths, coming down and noticing how it's landing in your body. Noticing how your neck feels, how you feel, if the nervous system feels a little overstimulated. And I love those of you who are being mindful and knowledgeable about yourself, being discerning by choosing legs against the wall. Definitely a sign of an advanced practice. Okay, so whatever you're working on, we'll give you. So for you, like really feeling into this part, like space between the rib cage, space between the pelvis. Solid there. You're also a little close to the wall. I didn't have a wall, which was misleading, but a little bit of space. So if you're online trying to hone a little space away from the wall will give you room for your legs to, if you need it, to tilt back. Okay. Breathe. Neck relax, neck calm and free. So some of you are enjoying your headstand. You don't need to hop down right away, but you can. Those of you on legs against the wall, you might just be really happy there, but I will show you my next plan for us, or tell you about it if you're not even looking. And that is to do a bridge pose with the wall at our feet. Let's see if I'm being too ambitious with time. You could do a supported bridge. This is a really nice balance to our headstand. I'm doing it with the blanket under the shoulders. My neck and head are off. If I wanted to, and you are on near the wall, you can walk the shoulders in underneath you, and you can actually use the wall to push off. I can't do it like that, but if you had the wall, you can use it to push off and find a. I'm like, I got too ambitious with time. Everyone settled into legs against the wall. That's great. Yeah, if you want to try halasana, you can, but we'll do it another week. I'm like, yeah, we'll do it another week where we take some time. Okay, yeah, sorry. So the wall is just there to help you roll your legs over, your feet over the head. It gives you that little like, oof, yeah. And then you can walk your shoulders together. The neck is clear, no vertebrae on the ground. Yeah. And again, if you're just like trying to close off your practice and aren't familiar with the halasana, that was like a little quick. So I love the legs against the wall option for right now. Stay, since most of you are there, stay with legs against the wall for as long as feels truly restful. If you need a change of position, you can bend your knees and roll to the side and shift on to the back for Shavasana. And as you come to a restful position, you might sway a little bit or rock your head. left and right. Keep your eyes closed as they're ready. And please rest Shavasana. I will call you back in about 5 minutes. Oh, the next few breaths. And to slowly wake up your body to bring you back up through the layers of yourself. And sometimes it's those times we're deeply relaxed. You might feel that you touch in on that awareness that's embodied everywhere in the mind-body system. So moving how the body wants to move. If you want to wiggle or stretch, you're by the wall, take your time, bending knees and rolling away. Great. Yeah, well, and in a seat, you're still here. Hello. And bringing palms together. If you want to join in for the final Om. Today, we've been visiting all these different ways to experience and focus on the body. So as the Om, if you join, you can imagine that sound moving up from the base of the spine, moving its way all the way up to the third eye and up and beyond. So exhale together. Full inhalation. Namaste.